Maybe you need God's miracle power in your life right now. It might have to do with your finances or your health or your family or a relationship or your ministry or your job. Do you need God's miracle power in your life right now? Never underestimate the power of thanksgiving. Let me give you two examples today. In the Old Testament, we have the story of Jehoshaphat, the king of Israel. His nation was facing attack from three armies. He was fearful and wondering what to do. He sought God for a plan, and God gave him a plan, a unique plan, a weird plan. The plan was, instead of attacking with his soldiers, they were to go out, sending out the priest, the musical priest, and they were to do this. This is what it says in 2 Chronicles chapter 20, verse 21. Then he consulted with the people and appointed some to sing to the Lord and some to praise the splendor of his holiness. When they went out in front of the armed forces, they kept singing, "Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good and his love endures forever." Verse 22, an amazing verse. It says, "The moment they began their shouts and praises to God, the Lord set an ambush against the three armies that were attacking them, and they were all defeated." Now think about it. They didn't fight at all, not 1 minute of fighting, but it goes on and tells us that they spent 3 days gathering up the loot when those three armies were defeated. God totally won the battle for them. They had to show up, they had to give thanks, but God took care of the rest. Never underestimate the power of God to defeat our enemies for us. Are you facing a situation in your health or your job or a person or your ministry? Never underestimate the power of thanksgiving to free God to fight our battles for us. Let me give you a second example. Daniel, God's man who was serving in a pagan nation. His rivals and his enemy put together a plan whereby Daniel would be killed because of his faith. He would be thrown into a lion's den. Now, the scripture is very powerful, a very simple, often forgotten verse. In Daniel chapter 6 and verse 10, it says, "When Daniel learned that the document had been signed, he went to his house. The windows in its upper room opened towards Jerusalem, and 3 times a day he got down on his knees, prayed, and gave thanks to God, just as he had done before." How did he respond to this threat? He responded with thanksgiving. Let me encourage you to never underestimate the power of thanksgiving. You know the rest of the story. Daniel was thrown in the lion's den. Thanksgiving doesn't necessarily always deliver us from our problems, from facing them, but it does mean that God goes with us. God sent an angel to protect him from the lions. He came out alive and was promoted above his rivals and his enemies. Never underestimate the power of thanksgiving. Where do you need the power of thanksgiving? Where do you need the power of God in your life? Is it your health or your family or your finances or your ministry? I want to encourage you. Do as Daniel did 3 times a day, today and the rest of this week. Pause. Pour out your heart to God. Thank him for what he's done for you. Thank him for what he's given you. Thank him for what he's doing, and thank him for what he will do. Never underestimate the miracle power of thanksgiving.